What's the word? What the business is? It should play upon the only ground worldwide.
Y'all already know who it is. This little page.
We got a special guest with me. This is my blood little brother. Happy to have him aboard.
How y'all
Introduce
doing,
yourself.
man? Name Jwett, man. Go by DeAndre Knox, Not crazy.
You did.
And it is February 25th.
Uh-huh.
This episode, we're going to do a lot of freestyling.
Similar to the first one we had. We feel like these are just important to have, man. Don't always go in there with a structure. Go off top and question our own thinking, our own intuitiveness.
Basically freestyling. Coming up top of
I'm a pretty decent freestyler when it comes to music. Why not?
Right, it's in your lane. It's in the lane, period.
You see what I'm saying? My question is, anything catch your eye this week?
You already know. Since we on a hunt for any type of source through the media and any intel, I'm always looking.
Yeah.
So since we freestyling, let's talk about something that did catch my eye. For example, DC Young Fly book bag was stolen, and it contained his baby mother / wife's death certificate.
Yeah.
He went to Instagram, TMZ caught it, and brother looked at real emotional. He just want the bag back. That's all he kept saying. Bro damn near didn't even have his eyes open at a point in time. But my question is, why was that information on you that day and she passed away a minute ago? Why is that not in no house, in no safe, locked up with anything that's that's sitting on the top of the volume like that? Because you can't get. I mean, he pretty much could get one of those back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like you said,
why have that on?
That need to be more secure. It's like a birth certificate, or you know what I'm saying, or a social security card. I don't like when people carry their social security card on. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you have your social security card in your wallet? If you lose your ID, you need a birth certificate and social security card to get that makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lose your social security card, the process of trying to get that, man, I've been through it. I'm speaking from experience. Like literally losing and I'm not even the type to have it on me. I was going to a job interview, and that's probably what it is with DC. You probably had it for a significant reason. Something was going on that you needed it type deal, and then it just so happened this transpired. So back to my story. Go to the job interview, get the job clearly because I got my ID and social security card for them to scan it. Lose it. Keep in mind this was before COVID. So I lost it right before COVID. COVID hit. So just imagine the process of trying to get a social security card. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's already hard. Yeah. Me trying to get it in COVID made it. I think it took me about a year and a half
to get a social security.
Yep. So I went a nice little minute, no social security card and no ID.
To get your 9 numbers. That mean the most to you.
All I had was a birth certificate. But granted, I was a little younger, so.
Ooh, I had already numbers go a long way though.
Not for sure though. Yeah,
those 9 numbers are actually money. You know what I'm saying? Them 9 numbers, you can sell your 9 numbers. Really, that's what people come to America for. Their visa. You know what I'm saying? Them 9 numbers that come to America. People, the outsiders know how important your 9 numbers really is. We don't know how important our 9 numbers is. You know what I'm saying? We the ones that don't really know. We start to learn as we get older, financial literacy. But foreigners, bro, they chase that visa because that is that is a corporation. That's money. That's They know the importance of getting a house, credit. You know, we don't learn these things. School don't teach us those things. Really, like they teach us the broad of it, how to write a check, how to, you know what I'm saying? But they don't teach us what to do when you got a 550 and you trying to get a 680 for an apartment, or what to do when you try, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. So you gotta live like
foreigners, but the foreigners really know, like, that's why when you say the social security, like how important it is we don't even know how important it is sometimes.
But they do because they
take advantage of it.
Yeah, you know, because they trying to establish their stomping ground.
America tends to help people coming into America in the recent time and over the people that's been there.
Okay, so how do y'all feel? I don't know if y'all been seeing, but this past weekend, weeks before, I've been hearing a lot about the immigration and what's been going on with, like, and I'm not even a political person, but I done caught a couple times in an Uber. I was in a Lyft and the guy was listening, real conservative, but I don't play sides, so I just listen to his,
What story in particular are you speaking on?
It was a certain politician, and I can't speak on who the politician. I'm not into politics. Was speaking on basically just the number of people that we don't know that allow into this country daily. We don't really think about our threat is right next to us, whereas the other countries, you know, it's not as easy to become a citizen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Here,
Right.
but this is why the problem comes. It's not easy to become a citizen here. We actually have 3 major immigration rules. You know what I'm saying? One of those being, you have to have known somebody who's been in this country.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some type of work in this country, and then after those 2, it takes 8 years for your papers to get cleared. So with that being said, there's no way that
people going through the proper process.
there's
And
no
a lot,
way.
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people skipping through it. I feel
There's
exactly
no
what
way.
you're saying.
There's
You know
no
what I'm saying?
way 8-year process.
Me personally, I don't feel like we got nothing to lose as far as us being black men. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we got nothing to lose. I think we can just stay our course, keep some guidelines, keep a plan,
Right.
put that money up, and we'll be able to smoothly get to where we're going. Now, America as a whole, that might be a problem.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of unidentified activities. I really can't give you a proper opinion on it.
It's
You know what I'm
kinda hard
saying?
when
Because
only 10 families controlling billions of people. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like, imagine if you was a extraterrestrial stopping by Earth, and you look and you see only 10 people, only 10 major families controlling 80 billion souls. You know what I'm saying? Feeding. Why would you want to help? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to make change if these people are fighting each other? Only 10 people. How can 10 people control all of y'all? Whereas we see on movies, Aquaman, for example, where when these decisions are made, when worldwide decisions are made, there's multiple people. There's more, like a council of 12 at least, and then you know what I'm saying. After that, it's even another couple people who make. Nah, you can't do this, bro. We gotta come together to agree to do it. Like you said, when it comes to self as a black man, we ain't nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you really do is keep going.
Identify, so when you do put yourself in these situations to where it matters, you're gonna be able to move accordingly. Yeah. But right now, we're not in a position to where it matters. Immigrants, we ain't on no immigrant radar. Right. We ain't worried about you. You ain't worried about y'all.
No, for real though.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for real though.
With that being said, we need to make them worry about us. Do I believe all of them going through that process, 8-year wait for you to clear my papers is too much. Let's start. That's the ending.
Let's start there.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's start there. You know what I'm saying? Like the 8 years is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is a damn near a decade. You know what I'm saying? And then the first one was
knowing somebody.
What are the odds of that? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you really from the trenches from them ways.
That's why the families or the mom and the daddy came first, or the kids came, and then they was able to establish some type of money to like send back our currency. If their currency was different, so they're sending whoever. They'll either send their oldest to one of our colleges and universities, and that'll be a way in for them. And majority of the foreigners, what they are, they doctors, physicians.
They handle business.
You know,
they stick the course, bro. They stick the course.
So when you batter the intelligence into your kids to be something, and go out here to be something. Say for instance, I got kids, so I tell my kids, I put so much money towards this college tuition. The kid might not like whatever it is, but the kid knows this is for the family, and that's how they religion, and that's how they brought up to. That's why you will see 7 Mexicans in the Toyota and going to work all at the time. And I work with 2 of them. Yeah, they share a banking account. Come on. And one of them got mad at each other because he was spending bukus of the money. But they're sharing their money, stacking it up together,
communicating.
Living in by like a 2-bedroom and 7 of them, going to work. They have a real structure on trying to build their foundation. So you know what I'm saying?
Do y'all feel like that our time is coming? And I say that in the sense of not only just black, but I mean Mexicans and Brazilians and Cubans, minorities. You know what I'm saying? So I know my answer, but I want to know from the mass. 2 fellow Black Americans feel like our future is headed as black versus white.
I feel like we didn't have the strategy to have what we had back then. It wasn't a lot of people who was willing to have any type of security. You only had one security back in the days, and they was the Black Panthers. Shit, the ratio for the Black American having a gun It's probably a 13-year-old with a 4.5 right now. So shit, it'd kind of be like whoever hit the ground first,
Right.
Because it'd be a lot of ways to get your issue off now.
Me personally, man, I don't think the battle is color anymore. I think it's have and have not.
Who got the most? Who don't get shit?
It's plenty of people of all races that don't have none.
Right.
That if you really took the time to rap with them and hear their story, you be like, damn, you my brother for sure. You would have not just like me. So I really think the battle is changing from race. I feel like if you stuck on race, you're an easy target. And I say that to say, look at it from the inside in. I say have and have nots because it's some black people that have, bro, that'll play like, the county, they infiltrated the city and adapted our culture so much that places like Spanish Lake and Bellefonte, North County have pretty much become as violent. Yeah, don't let the color fool you, boy. It's a white boy. It's a white boy around the corner.
That'll die for you.
You know what I'm saying? That's making as much as you making. It's an Asian around the corner that's working hard. Though they probably can eventually get yourself and become a half. You know what I'm saying? But it's some black people that's
when
been
it's a
having
generational war, though, they gotta listen to their elders, so they don't become your friends no more.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a chain of command on everything, though. So if it was to be something like that, they was gonna be with their side. We gotta be with our side. White people gonna be with their side. Pakistan gonna be with their side.
I feel
Indian gonna be with their side. There's no coming together on that.
I'm gonna have to disagree because it's like, it's gonna be people of your race. It's gonna be Indians crossing Indians. It's gonna be whites crossing whites. It's gonna be blacks crossing blacks.
And not to cut you off though, and when it is everybody together, them be the group that got left behind.
That's why I kind of hone the theory that Jesus or Yahweh or Jesus Christos or whatever dialect we want to use his name in himself isn't coming back to save us. Now because what y'all saying is you're gonna have a whole bunch of people that are praising him, that's saying, yeah, this is right. You're gonna have your one or two, according to y'all theory, you're gonna have y'all one or two that's like, nah, bro, that's not he not real. The theory that I try to adapt is it's a symbol. You know what I'm saying? One thing I've been like, we're back to the original statement of what sparked you this week. And the thing that I've been really focused on this week is why God. You know what I'm saying? The why. Not really necessarily who, but why. We got Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, right? Those are three people that
basketball.
50-year-olds gonna say Jordan, and not even basketball. You got women who never even touched the basketball who know Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. So we're not even saying basketball. We just saying community. Kobe was good in China, so we just saying
right.
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, right? Those would be most symbols. If we go around the hood and ask people, those are gonna be most symbols. You know what I'm saying, right? So Jordan, we look at Jordan as the GOAT. We wear his shoes. We do this. We do all that. So I look at this is how I interpret the story of Yahweh, Jesus, Jesus Christos. You got Jordan and you got the Bulls GM. The Bulls GM is telling the media, I'm drafting Jordan. This guy named Jordan. He's gonna be the greatest. He's gonna do this. He's gonna break records. He's gonna be right. Yeah. And he does those things. He does all these great things for changing the game of basketball. Right. But what about LeBron? What about not even LeBron? What about Wilt Chamberlain? What about Magic Johnson? What about Isaiah Thomas? Right? We with the Jesus story, we honed in on the Jesus story so much, and we didn't ask the why or who gave him the knowledge. We getting told it's God, but then you have people be like, well, I don't know about, you know what I'm saying, and which is true because we even say amen because Amen Ra, who was a king back in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that are watered down, but I say all this to say we are focusing on Jordan and the GM. We're not even talking about Wilt Chamberlain and John Stockton and Magic Johnson and Kobe. We see Kobe, but we killed Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying we actually killed Kobe, but in the metaphor, we killed Kobe. We killed LeBron. You know what I'm saying? They weren't nobody. Jordan, Jesus is who we worried about. We ain't even worried about nobody else. To keep going straight, and the connection in that is Jesus, Yahweh is a key. That story is 100% true. But like I said, imagine watching the NBA and only caring about the Bulls and the like only you only religiously studying the Bulls
God.
and Jordan.
Right.
There's
Not gonna
more
copy.
history. That's like me teaching you math, teaching you 6 times 6 without teaching you 2 plus 2. That's why a lot of people say the Bible contradicts itself because we learned the New Testament without the Old. 90% of us are in a fear mindset because of this story.
This is my question to you. Are you saying so many people are born into, most of us, everybody's born into believing that Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, that we don't even take the time to consider other religions' perspective?
At the basic, yes, that's my point. You just broke it down at the basic, that we don't even take but it gets deeper. Mathematically, God is real. Now, the creator is real. The Fibonacci sequence, things like that prove to us that God has a fingerprint here. That somebody created us. We live in a holographic reality. Somebody created this. If you can do certain measurements from your limbs, from each limb, from the hand to your finger, and you will get pi. You get 3.14. You feel what I'm saying? The Fibonacci sequence is everything, like literally everything. Atoms, are we taught atoms move? Atoms are alive, and isn't everything made of atoms? So with that being said, every construct has existence. And then now you say, well, what's the important? You telling me that? Imagine you tell your kids everything you touch exists. Everything you do exists. That homework you say you don't want to do so bad, it exists. It has construct. Back to the whole thing. Jesus was a great story, and I love the story of Yahweh. And that was a story that I hold on to my heart because it's a story that shows you how to become, how to navigate through life and become something better. Like you said, we probably can't say the whole world, but you can say yourself, you can keep going, stack that money. Yahweh was that, showing you how to do that. But what about the next step? What about scripts before that?
Back to the reference, right?
We missing knowledge by
100%. I get that. So, but I want to know how you was gonna connect the Kobe, Michael Jordan, LeBron. It ain't what I thought.
You not seeing it still? How Kobe's your favorite player, right?
No, yeah. He don't. No, he don't. You told me he's not your favorite player. You just got a picture. You like him, but he ain't your favorite player. You ain't gonna lie right now.
Bro, we can run the camera back.
I'm about to say, I grew up in the house with him for
arguably
18
my
years.
favorite player. Like,
Kobe, I always had an argument.
Let me say this.
Brian.
Okay, let me clarify this. Because he always trying to do this on camera. Let me clarify this. Kobe Bryant is the only reason I ever watched basketball. Okay. I'm going to just say that. So you take that. You can take that. You can say he's my favorite. You can say I'm not a fan. But I'm going to just say this. I watched basketball because of Kobe Bryant.
All right, now back to this.
And so,
not real.
How?
Not
no. He real. He real.
He's
definitely a real person. And he's still alive. If Kobe is who you started watching basketball for,
I'm not gonna take the time to.
In my theory, you wouldn't even have took the time out to believe in Yahweh. You wouldn't even believe it. But look, take it to correlation. So
keep it in the
you wouldn't even took the time out to believe in Jordan. You wouldn't even took the time out to watch Jordan because Kobe is the reason why you started to watch basketball. So you comparing Kobe, LeBron, and Michael Jordan to three different religions. We don't just say religion. I'm saying three different beliefs. You wouldn't even have been able to cope with that because we 90% of the world is in a fear mindset. 90% of the world is in a fear mindset. So of course I'm gonna think you're gonna snake me out. Okay. Of course I'm gonna think it could be 100 black people, but somebody gonna back to y'all theory. Somebody gonna always say, "Nah, bro, you can't. Nah, that ain't that. I'm not doing that."
Well, since you brought it up, tell us and tell the people what you meant by he ain't coming back.
Yahweh didn't say I'm coming back. He didn't say Jesus is coming. He didn't say I'm coming back. He said Christ will return. Christ is a state of mind. Christ is a state of being. Christians, that was coined. Christians, no, God didn't say, "Oh, you a Christian." The Christ-like state will return, which we're getting. This is the state. Are we not into the the age of knowledge? Are we not learning new things, uncovering new things that we've never learned before?
Oh yeah.
So Christ is returning. That knowledge is returning. 40 years ago, our ancestors wouldn't have been talking about, you know what I'm saying, nothing close to, you know what I mean? So that's already returning in itself. So the prophecy is true. The prophecy is gonna always stand. The
So
prophecy has to be fulfilled.
what part of the book of Revelation do you believe? Let's pick up on that, like, because in that chapter, that story, it get critical.
It do,
and it's about what's going on.
Real.
Like,
it's magical. It's not. If you're looking at it from an earthly standpoint, you're not gonna be able to believe it. But I'm looking at it from a exoteric standpoint. I know it's true. He said the things that are going to happen our brain is not going to be able to fathom it. There's going to be people who just see it and blow their brain up. So he's speaking of things that we call now today magic. If we seen a dragon fly across the sky right now, we'd be like, whoa, oh my God. We wouldn't be like, oh yeah, God talked about that. So yes, I 100% believe in prophecy. Okay. And that's all that book is a bunch of prophecies. It's a bunch of prophecies. I'm not saying that's all that book is. Let me put some respect on a book, because I do have respect for those books, because they withstood time. Mm-hmm. Regardless of how you slice it, they withstood time. This week I've been really on a tangent of piecing it together. Why?
And everybody, baby.
Piecing it together. These books are books into a book. This isn't one book that we just read front to cover and say, yeah. It's not.
Well, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm kind of glad that you started to jump off the porch with this. You know, mm-hmm. This is this. But everybody be saying, and you probably like the only one that's on the shit that you on, because everybody saying Jesus coming back. I'm gonna be ready to get my life together. Jesus coming back. Jesus coming back. Right. But from I think from the gate of it all, he died for the sins, though. That was what was said. So we all know that the devil here right now today. So right. Why wouldn't he not return? Why wouldn't he not? Because he say we'll see him. We're not the only race. We're not the only existence. You know, it's scientifically proven that there's 11 other dimensions. In order for us to exist, we're in the third dimension. That's why we see things the way we see. We can see couches and things. You have the first dimension and the second dimension, which are drawings, right? If we were in the second dimension, and we saw humans, we would think they were God. We would think they were God, because we wouldn't be able to fathom 3D. And from a 3D body, if I was 2D, when you would make things move, I would think you're God, because I wouldn't be able to see you make. I would just see the change. I would just see, if you drew a circle, I would just see the circle appear. I wouldn't see you draw that circle until I got into the 3D body, which is the physical, which now I can see, now I can feel, now I can touch. It's only two under us, the second and first one. If you go above, now you're speaking supernatural. Now we're speaking science fiction. 11. So you said it was 11.
So what?
At least 11.
Why do you think we stayed at the third dimension? Why do you think we never rose past?
Because, well, this is a theory. My theory of why we never went past is because the Atlanteans, Anunnaki, in a movie aspect, it would be the Aquaman, where Aquaman resided at, the Atlantis, right? Those supposed to be the first people, the first real people. Enoch was supposed to be half man. He's supposed to be a demigod. Enoch was supposed to be. Well, this is why Enoch's story is not in the Bible, because he saw heaven and was writing about heaven from, you know what I'm saying, right about what he saw from heaven. So
describing
it, and this is why a lot of his scriptures are out of the book. And this is why I say we focus on Jesus. There's so many people who gave us so much knowledge, but this is why we never were able to get past, because those beings, each time that they were making another bloodline, so you got Enoch. Enoch explained us the story and explained us. Now you got Cain and Abel, right? And then now you got Noah, right? Noah was another demigod that we don't talk. We only get the Bible version of Noah. Noah was another demigod, half man, half, you know what I'm saying, half angel, or whatever you want to call it. And then you have Yahweh. Yahweh was another, which his name was really Enlil. There's so many different theories that we can put on it.
2 very boring minutes later.
So the story is, Anunnaki, Atlanteans, They saw all the technology that was being used, which was given to us from the higher above, because how are these stone things being, like the pyramids we have, how are these being made in such geometrical order out of stone? With all that being said, the humans, the fully humans, got a hold to these things. They were telling them Thoth and Buddha. Buddha was a man of many knowledge, and what happened was they would bring them food, and he would give them knowledge. That's why he a fat man sitting, and we would give him food, and he'll bring them knowledge. And that was a black man too, but we're gonna get to that. These Atlanteans, the rulers of this physical, start to see like this not nuclear bombs are getting made. We have CIA CIA documents proving that aliens came and, or extraterrestrial unidentified people came and turned off these nuclear weapons.
Just that.
I just want to know why the hell he ain't telling me the port is God real.
I'm tiptoeing, gang. Like
God is real. Okay, let me make these. You said
you gotta get to the point.
So we're not going, because the story is those people came and actually took the tips off these structures. That took the main things that made these structures do what they do. They came and took them off. You can't use them no more. Y'all using them for your own destruction. So
who is they though?
That's why I said I'm gonna stop Atlanteans. The Atlanteans and the Anunnaki. The first, you can research this.
So they're the reason we're in the 3D,
because they were
because they didn't want nobody else to see that, be that great.
No, because they didn't. Some can be for good and some can be for bad. Do you see how we living right now?
Yeah,
we would have been blowing ourselves up.
Is that the metaphor for the world will end in fire? Because you saying we have nukes to kill ourselves?
Yeah.
Because the Bible speaks to that.
Yeah, that's what every ancient scroll, all theology says, that we're going to be the destruction of ourselves. But you said, so you want to know, God is real, bro. In my opinion.
When it was stated and said that sky be red, you'll hear the trumpets, you will see angels on horses coming down, shooting arrows.
7 tribes.
Dive into that and give the people some type of clarification on what that means. Because you did say we misunderstanding the fact that he's supposed to come back.
Right.
And we heard the story of Doomsday, basically.
Yeah.
Get to that meat of what was going on and what the people could expect.
I don't want to give no free promo, but as a recommendation, I do recommend a movie. It's called A Knock at the Cabin. It explains exactly what you talk. Watch this movie. It will kind of make what I'm saying make me seem a little less crazy. Because what you just said, right? Explain the 7 trials of people coming down shooting bows, and he said there's gonna be, when that trumpet gets sounded, the water turn red. When this trumpet gets sounded, disease is gonna be everywhere. When this trumpet gets sounded, bro, I read, trust. There's more words for Judgment Day. What's it called? Armageddon. The 4 Horsemen, which is a popular story. Which, if you know anything about the 4 Horsemen, that movie is going to explain it to you. You're going to have to.
You basically going to have to sit down,
because the world is alive. The world is alive, bro. So you have to sacrifice something for this world to stay here.
Facts.
You want your family to keep living. You want people. You want this to keep replenishing, which you should, because if you really cared about Yahweh in the book, you would know that the most simple word is love, bro. Passion, bro. You ain't got to do nothing but love, bro. And show and love and show compassion, and you doing your job, bro. You doing your due diligence. If he let you be fruitful to this world, which he allowed you to do, you should be utmost grateful, because you got a close bit of God, of a creator, of how to create something. And that's why I said things like 3.14 pi, 1.1618, a golden ratio. Those things, the Fibonacci sequence, those things prove that there's a God. Those things prove that there's a God, he's in us. He's in us with these. If you do the math, it will show that he shows up in you, me, you, this couch, that table, that camera, all the same way. 3.14, 1.1618. And that's what I've been going on this week. I definitely think the story of Jesus I think that's a great story. I just don't like how they teach us it first.
So I thank you. You just stole in my face secretly. Religion and everything was becoming propaganda to me.
Truly.
It wasn't all the gimmicks, all the stories, all the everything, the songs, the church as a collective, the people that's in it, the people that want to run it, everything about religion was becoming propaganda to me. So, I like your approach. Your approach made me interested into religion again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do some research,
At this moment,
study too.
I've been so disappointed in people as a collective for us to have all this, for us to be the most advanced, the most resource at our hand, and we ain't made bigger progress than the people did that people made pyramids before technology. What are we doing? So I've been kind of just uninterested in the world as a collective and really just been focused on self. I've been on a self journey. Yeah. For me, I grew up in religion. You know, this is my little brother. It's you. We grew up in religion. You know what I'm saying? To the point that we went to church with our mother, and we then decided to find our own churches. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been very important to us.
True.
But the propaganda has really blinded me.
Took a toll.
Say that again.
It blinded me, and it took away my interest in religion. Because this is my theory.
Go ahead, speak, bro.
I feel like it's the Father, it's the Son, it's the Holy Ghost, right? Our higher self, right now, I've been trying to achieve my higher self. I feel like your higher self is the Holy Spirit.
Right.
You can't, God is God, Jesus is Jesus.
Right.
But you can catch the Holy Spirit, and you can operate. Everybody's journey is different.
Right.
Some people need to focus on financial literacy. Some people need to become more fit. Some people need to focus on addiction. Some people, but in different times, we all know healing is a forever journey.
Right.
You're never done.
Right.
If you think you're done, hey, if you ever say I'm done healing, you're a fool. It's never done. For this week, for me, it's been, I am delusional.
Why?
I'm delusional because when I see gray areas, I tend to think it's negative. Okay, for example, I call you, right? We talking for a week straight. I call you. You just stop picking up the phone for 2 weeks. You could be dead. You could be hurt. Your kid could be going through something. Wifey could be going through something. Family could be going through something. I used to be so delusional that I would think you on some bullshit with me.
Damn.
A lot of people don't be able to relate.
But it's always a get back though. Some people.
And it's like, but it goes back to what he's saying, man. Like, the more of the story is to live in love, and that's where I've been at with it. It's funny you mention that, because I shared that on my Instagram story of Kendrick Lamar, my favorite rapper, mentioning that. He said, when are people going to realize that all we need is love?
When are we going to understand that we are put on earth to love? That's all it's about. It's going to keep going on. War going to keep going on. Frustration going to keep going on. Anger going to keep going on till we finally go back down to the simplest word, love.
That's it.
True.
So for you to bring that back up and for me to be working on that, I've been working on it for some time now. You know what I'm saying? A little longer than, but it's been popping up in my brain a lot this week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just interesting to touch on it.
It all connects. Why they leave us? We getting there. As much you keep loving,
and that you saying that, man, and that lets me. It gives me so much clarity. It makes me feel so good because I promise you, despite my thoughts of gray areas, despite how I used to act about gray areas, I would never do nothing to hurt nobody.
Right.
I only felt that way because I love to communicate. Right. If you're really that curious, and I feel like I done probably said this to you, I didn't say it, and I need to say it to myself. Ask the question. Stop coming up with these answers to questions, these rhetorical questions. Ask them to these people.
Right.
Man, dog, I mean, and this week, not only have I been pondering on it, a few people that I thought that these gray areas appeared with, when had time this week, oddly enough, if I'm lying, I'm flying, to just catch up. And it's like, damn, Queesh, you fucking delusional.
Man.
Motherfuckers out here really making it happen, bro. Motherfuckers really out here staying to themselves and sacrificing consistent relationships with people to build themselves up because they understand what they need to do.
But if you do have an inner dialogue, that is proof that there is more than 3 dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Because who is talking to you? Who telling you in your head not to do that? Or, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Just in your head all day, you just.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
That's your higher self, bro.
The things that ponder me and got me right here just thinking before I try to change the subject. The things that you said just had me just thinking, like, I'd be sitting down. What makes me have to pee? Makes me get up to pee? What makes me do shit like this? What is making me get up and
Yeah.
all this shit? So it's like,
yeah.
It had to be something.
Yeah,
It's clearly something because it's a reason why. But it goes back to the last episode, man. It goes back to the last episode of me saying what? I need different questions. What you just spoke on answered a lot of different questions.
And to be frank, we never talked about religion on this show.
And that was the first.
The paperclip theory. There's so much stuff other than religion.
We definitely gonna have to have you come back and touch on that again.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we were so busy caught up with the last episode that I forgot the questions of the day. I got them today.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna start.
And we got a guest.
Yeah. Rocking it. So the first one, and I got 4, and
okay,
this is for minorities only.
Okay, I like that.
Number 1, what would you call a remote in your house in 1990?
Ooh,
I wasn't born then.
Of course we weren't, but it's interesting because
well,
we know.
Let's take it up 2 more years in a minority household from 1991. From 2024 right now in a black household.
If it didn't have a name?
No, it got a name. Got 2. Everything I'm going to talk about got 2 names.
Mm.
But it's only what a minority nicknamed it. A black household. What do you call your remote control?
A remote control?
No.
A TV clicker.
No.
What you going to tell her?
No. What you call it?
Remote
what
control.
do you call your TV remote?
Remote control?
Who?
Remote.
What?
Remote.
Say it again.
It's a remote.
No. In 1991.
So what is it?
From 2024.
Damn, don't stop saying it. Stop repeating it. Tell us the answer.
Find it. Where are you at?
Why would you bring it up then?
Grandson, give me the remote control. Pass me the remote control.
Oh,
type shit.
Okay.
Give me the remote control.
I see what you said.
Remote control. Okay.
The remote control. MOKEN. Number 2.
What the hell?
You can't get shit right. You forget somebody's name. What are they?
What's the name?
Yeah, what you call it?
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
What your name?
We get somewhere. They did it.
What you call
What's
it?
the name now?
Yeah.
What's the name them all? What's the name them all?
WASSA.
Them chips you was eating. What's the name of them chips you was eating, boy? Damn.
What's the name?
What's your name? See, that's what I'm saying. You see when you turn the word it right, he say nicknames. I'm thinking of a straight political.
Number 3.
Okay.
Washing something off. In the black household between 1991, same date. I don't gotta repeat it like you said. What are you doing? What are you calling this when you washing something off in a black household? I give you a hint. Start with a W.
I'm thinking like, say wash it off. Wash it off.
I'm stumped on that one.
Wash it off. You gotta wash it off in a black household. What you doing?
I'm just thinking rinse it off. You know, we love to
I can't think. I'm stumped on that one, man. Wash it
off.
off.
You close.
Yeah, I'm thinking like something like rinse it off, like.
But it's pronounced as the 2 though. Let me wrench this off. You know, I gotta wrench this off.
This
Way
nigga-
off. God damn it, you got me wrenching every goddamn thing in this house.
You got me wrench.
You
Not
got me
wrench
wrench. You supposed to wrench everything you made of it. That's number 3.
Granny like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Hey, you
that's-
talk about somebody granny like a motherfucker. Hey.
Somebody gonna watch this and be like,
You gotta mention
"Man,
all
each-"
4.
Alright.
No, nobody be knowing what I be talking about while I'm at the job. The place will store food. Better know today is the refrigerator. What do we call it in the black household? The nation be able to get this right.
The
fridge.
icebox.
The ice box.
They said the fridge.
The
What
fridge.
household you been in?
Ice
The
box.
icebox.
It's the ice box.
Still to the
Yeah.
day, probably like,
It's
bro,
the
there ain't
ice
no
box.
icebox, bro. The icebox
Yeah.
the top. No, the whole
Have
thing.
you ever
the
had
icebox.
somebody? Have you ever had somebody look
That's
at
the
you
freezer.
and be like,
He said that's the freezer part.
Yeah,
"Man, I got my stuff in the ice box." They look at you.
Bro, I'm talking about in
The
cabinets.
ice box,
The icebox, bro. Sure.
aka the
I'd have
refrigerator.
had somebody put it in the top.
Those 4 was the questions of the day.
Before we get up out of here, y'all know me. Y'all know I love to be up to date with what's going on in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? I read an article. They're labeling it a murder suicide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's she from?
She stayed in Florida. Allegedly, her reasoning for doing this, killing herself and her 4 beautiful young daughters. I believe the oldest were 9. They were twins, and then the 2 were younger than that.
Oh, this is a house fire.
Yeah, that house fire. So apparently, her and her ex-husband had been having a custody battle, an ugly custody battle, and I'm not sure. I haven't been clarified on if it was looking like she was winning, but I did hear this. Let me say this: I did hear that she was trying to move closer to him, and he was like, "Nah, I don't think nah." But because of not because of he didn't want them closer, but because of the option that she was using wasn't a healthy option. I also heard that people are feeling like that it was just a murder. They feel like the husband could have killed the family because they found a letter inside the car.
A plot twist type of thing.
Yeah, they found a letter,
So
you know, like a
murder
life letter.
suicide.
You know what do you call a letter? A suicide letter?
Yeah.
They found a suicide letter in the vehicle, stating that, and she also had made Facebook statuses that day in high experience of saying how, of pretty much speaking on how her and the kids are having a wonderful day. Just to end it like that. What's y'all take on that?
I personally believe just with having, cause she did, and he probably still alive.
Yeah.
So with just speculations going out, we know 2 stories, and we know that a lady and her kid is dead. And from my understanding,
Kids.
yeah, from my understanding, when the walls is that thick and you're on the outside looking in, we don't really know. We just know what the media and the detectives and whoever first responded put together.
Yes, sir.
So that's how we get our breakdown on what really took place.
Right.
And we just picture it in our head.
Right.
But to me, bro, I heard that she killed her kids and herself, then set the house on fire, and I thought that was not possible. Then I also found out during their custody battle that he wasn't fit to get custody. Maybe he didn't have his own place. Maybe he was just a person with a lot of things on his record for his criminal history. Maybe in that sort, to where the judge didn't off the bat grant him the custody when the mother was allegedly on drugs. I feel like when you are on drugs, they'll pass down the kids to a grandma or auntie of that sort. But to let the judge still have custody for her and her kids and not the father, that's a different story. So right then and there, it's like a blank and a blank because we don't really know what's going on.
Then there's deeper questions like, well, was his name on a birth certificate? If it was, then he had, you know what I'm saying, he had the right just like her, so then it would have been so like we, without knowing, like with a police report or whatever the case is, like you said, it's 3 sides of the story.
Yeah.
Always is his side, her side, the truth, and we won't get 2 sides of that
I
story.
hate that.
Yeah.
So
I hate that.
with that being said, bro, like I honestly the way it is looking, if we just talk about how it look, bro,
Look suspicious.
it's looking a little sketchy for him. You know, I ain't looking too good.
I wanna hit y'all. Yeah,
You know?
I want y'all to hear these two statuses she made 10 a.m. on Sunday, before the Sunday before. Her nickname is Birdie. We're gonna call her Miss Birdie. That's her nickname. But the first status was making today one of those live each day like it's your last kind of day.
That's suspicious.
That's kind of sketchy.
Let me finish. Making today one of those live each day like it's your last kind of day. Breakfast, reptile show, soccer game, living room camp out on the agenda, plus whatever other shenanigans brings us joy. Happy Sunday. Thank God the sun is shining. The second one is all my kids peacefully sleeping in the bed, curled up together, knowing their love so fiercely that I'll do absolutely anything for them. This is my favorite moment.
I feel like this is the time to where people feel like they're finna die and pass on. Because in a normal life, you'll see everybody getting their shit together right before their demise, right before the time is up. I feel like just by reading those two statuses, she most definitely knew something was going on. She most definitely felt some type of way to know that she wasn't gonna be here tomorrow. So she basically put together some type of day to capitalize her last moments with her kids. You don't put things in words like that without feeling some type of way.
It could have also been not even to the point where she knew the day of. She just knew the power of what this trial was. You know what I'm saying? She could have just, because I done woke up certain days where, you know, certain things have happened and then you get over it and you just had this certain aura, a certain glee about you in this day. Like, man, I know this day finna be, you know what I'm saying? I just know this gonna be a great day. Like, so maybe it was having so much pressure because of the trial, having all that, and then having some type of having tunnel vision, seeing that opening, and then now I can start to express how good my days were. Because we're not speaking about the other status that she was making months ago, you know what I'm saying? Wow, because she's still in the trial to get custody. We've been seeing shows and we watch House of Pain, and we know how important a custody battle is, how expensive a custody battle is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just adding on to your theory to say maybe it's just she was so happy that she's gonna be good. She's gonna be good. She's gonna have her kids like that all the time. She won't even have to fight no more about seeing them curled up like that. So of course she like, man, you know what?
But if you win in the case, why put it in such words like this might not be more these days? Because that's what it sounds like.
She just said she gonna make it one of these. You know what I'm saying? And
but how she worded everything though. Read that first status again.
Happy Sunday.
Now,
Thank God
I see what
the sun is shining.
Now, if this was,
Thank God the sun is shining is how she
I
is.
see what you
now,
saying.
if this was a everyday type of thing with her kids, and she knew her love and care for them,
yeah,
that's routine.
Yeah, right.
That's routine. Bottom line,
right.
Something there in that moment, the time frame between that status and the next status, she knew. Yeah. If you was to die today this morning, what you gonna do? Make sure it's your last. Make sure everybody remember you. Make sure you fuck with whoever you fuck with. And you could be
whatever bring me joy.
Whatever's gonna bring you joy. You know your time is out. Woo! But when you know your own time is out, you have control of that. Because if somebody else was on your ass, you could prevent it. But now that you thinking and knowing, you took yourself out. Sound like she killed her kids. Sound like she killed herself and her kids.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna keep it 100, you don't have to graduate to be no defense attorney. All we have to do is analyze what they said. And she said all of this herself.
Me mentioning the attorney was just to see where y'all feel on it. Me being a person who has lost a friend to suicide, you don't know until it's too late.
Right.
The family don't discuss certain attributes. You know what I'm saying? They come off as happy,
right,
until they're not.
Right.
That's literally what it was. You know what I'm saying? When that's literally how suicide works, in my opinion.
Right.
You never know. Nobody takes the time to let you know how mentally unstable they are because they scared of what? Being judged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't know until it's too late. So I would also say the exact same thing her attorney had said about my friend who committed. You know, and not Florissant, it was Ferguson. If you know St. Louis and how it operate, you've seen the Miss Bernadine.
That house was on fire.
If you see Miss Bernadine, I believe her name is Bernadine. It was. She did not look like the type of female that would be comfortable in Ferguson. So with that, I'm saying that to say that it almost feel like her life was already going down.
Mhm.
I could be wrong.
Mhm.
But she didn't look like the person that would be comfortable, especially not North County. I just spoke on North County adopting the city mentality
Right.
and being the highlight area right now when it comes to danger, besides what we just heard. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about it? You know what I'm saying? Giving the information. What do y'all think? How do y'all feel? Do y'all know what's going on around y'all?
I put on for my city. Young Jeezy on the tiny desk.
Oh, shoot! Let's keep it on it. I played it. I heard the standing ovation, and the last record you say you weren't familiar with. I ended up knowing it. That was I don't know how you didn't know that one. Hear me out. It was cool. If I had to rate it, it was about a 7, 6.
Even with that good ass band, you'll do that like that.
Yeah, man. Because
just rate the band, because he didn't play that many songs.
The band, okay, but the band was what he did. The traditional, everybody does about 5 to 6 songs. But the band, of course, the band was amazing. But it kind of made me realize how it ain't too many instruments, and everybody don't have live instrument type of beats, because those cadences, those beats were completely different compared to what we was used to. And then he relied a lot on the crowd to engage with him, and it's like
when you that powerful in music, the crowd gonna sing your shit regardless.
Yeah, and yeah. So I was like, you know.
So give you that, but I liked it. The band. Did you watch?
I watched it, but I can't say I have a non-biased opinion on it. My opinion is pretty biased. I don't really, I'm more so of a Rollo fam going like the real like 50 Cent, because I feel like authenticity a lot of times, and a lot of people, well, everybody that rapped about selling dope went to jail for it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Everybody that rapped about dope went to jail for it.
He said anybody who rap about dope really goes to jail for it. All right, there you go.
Half a brick, you going to jail.
Damn.
I said that Reebok hired AI to be president.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, Allen Iverson, who's been a long time advocate for Reebok. You know, the reason that anybody would ever wear Reebok before the Classics, before Birdman. You know, Bird, and probably be New Orleans collector.
I'll just say long time coming for AI.
Yeah.
Him and Shaq is over there at Reebok. I don't see how you
Shaq got bad press though. Monique said
I feel you.
To fuck with him.
I feel y'all, but listen, this is why I
no disrespect, Shaq. I respect you though.
Right. This is why I love Shaq though personally. I took it disrespectful for you to say that about Shaq. Because it's like Shaq is free to be Shaq in the media, but we still love Shaq, and he still is held in high regard, but we don't give him backlash when slander comes up. Mm-hmm. When Monique is disagreeing with him, he's still a heavy advocate for the community. Why? Because Shaq didn't get what I love to speak on, didn't get his house on the hill and forget about us. Mm-hmm. He makes affordable shoes, bro. Mm-hmm. How can you hate on a guy who makes affordable shoes?
What? That's like saying how you hate on McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean, whether you like them or not, they're affordable. Kids.
Wait, pause. That theory, don't have people brainwashed by that theory. Because that's like saying, well, how could you not like McDonald's? How could you not like these things are bad for you? Yeah. So yeah, how could you not like them? Because they're cheap.
Get you some Shaqs.
I feel
everything that's accessible, not good for you.
That for sure, but all I'm saying is you also see him. That was an example of how he's always giving back, man.
But what about when he be at these parties Like you know, what I'm saying, being a DJ at these
I
parties.
mean, but that's me striving to be a modern day activist. I appreciate it. It doesn't. We are humans too, bro. Yeah, this is what I want internally. I want my people to. I'm striving to get my people ahead, but at the same time, bro, listen. I like to kick it.
Yeah,
I like to kick it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not trying.
He's
He's not pushing a perfect image.
Right.
He's not trying to be. Oh, I've never slipped up. I'm always on. I'm the perfect basketball player, and I'm always on time for 10 for every. Like no, Shaq is Shaq, bro. Like
right.
he's still gonna talk some trash. He's gonna drop an arm. He's gonna drop a rapper. He's gonna comment under somebody who he's too important to comment under. You know what I'm saying? Give him too much money to comment under, but he still engages with the community.
So you said that to say Shaq is.
You like Shaq?
I like Shaq.
I said I did like Shaq. Yeah. How we feel about Yeezy and Yeezy Pods making everything $20?
I'm waiting on my Yeezy Pods.
For real?
I showed, bro, $20.
I got a pair of Yeezy Pods.
It was like $36.80, bro. It came out to like $36.
I got a pair of Yeezy Pods and a shirt coming.
Swear to God.
I emailed them about it. It's been over 2 weeks. I emailed them about it. They did say it was high.
Over 2 weeks.
Man, listen.
Wait, was it still $20?
Yeah, for sure.
I just found out. I just ordered it yesterday.
No, yeah, I ordered this right. I've been waiting for a minute. I waited so long that I emailed them about it. I'm like, hey,
Kanye.
I emailed
Yeezy.com.
Yeezy.com.
It's him.
He said this comes down. You talking to yeah, I was talking to Jay.
Yeah.
I emailed Jay. I'm like, yeah, where my shit at, Jay? And you know what I'm saying? Jay was like, it's high value. And we don't know. I do apologize. I can't give you a designated time, but once it is shipped, you will have all that information. So all I'm asking is have it before my B-Day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Yeezy.
It's been 1 day. I'm gonna give y'all.
We seen the on the spot interview. You know, I loved it. You know, I'm trying to get into the on the spot interview. So that was dope to see that.
What about his Super Bowl commercial? Y'all can see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we seen.
How y'all feel about that?
It was alright.
I mean, that was genius.
It was Jay.
It was genius.
It's just
I
was so attuned to other stuff. Super Bowl day. It's like
It
I
kinda
kind
was
of
a
like
break.
missed it. I didn't know.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah.
I definitely caught
missed it. Watched it. Like
Watched it live. I definitely caught it later, but it was Jay so unpredictable, bro.
Yeah, it was definitely
That you expect
funny.
him to be unpredictable.
Definitely
You never
funny
know
seeing it, for sure.
what he's gonna pop out with. Like who decides they want titanium teeth?
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's tax weekend now.
Man, he got talked to. Well, that's a deeper. There's so much, man. That's crazy.
Tax weekend. Everybody out here shopping, and I hope you don't let your taxes get swallowed up. Have your taxes never been swallowed up.
It's already gone. It's already gone.
Swallowed up. What the fuck is Pastor Bishop Reverend TD Jakes talking
listen.
about? What's going on with that?
No comment.
Yeah, comment.
No
What's
comment.
going on?
I'm with Monique. I'm with Cat Williams. This right here is the other side of them praying. You remember?
Listen.
It's the other side.
And you
Hey,
see,
listen.
this is what P Diddy
Ricky
is
Smiley.
really
really
listen.
Hey, this is the other side
On
of
that
Ricky
note-
Smiley praying.
Like,
I know that.
It's like every time somebody
If
give
you
it
real.
real, it ain't been real.
Hey,
You
listen.
gotta talk about this.
Great
Nah,
Jwett.
Hey,
every time
nah.
you see somebody with P Diddy,
Listen.
thank you for having me.
It's been real.
Swallowed up. Taxes never got swallowed up. Like,
Taxes
what the
never
fuck
been
going on? Swallowed up. Hey, what's
Hey.
going on?
Hey, listen.
Rose
He
of
should
the
play a
Red.
partner only
My
girl.
chicken
real
nuggets
wild.
are cold. P. Diddy like the party. You got to tell him no.
Each time, boss. Orlando Bros. You know Orlando Bros? Is that Orlando Bros?
No, that's Cat Williams.
Oh, get your issue off. No, hey. Get your issue off on it. How do you feel about it?
I just want to know why he said it like that. Why he said it all? You a pastor, a bishop.
It's a player partner only ground worldwide. I'm here with my brothers, Lil Page, Jwett. You know what it is.
Man. Blessing to be here.
Divine Timing Podcast, episode 6.
Ooh. So divine timing for real.
I'm happy my little brother was able to join me. This is my
Facts,
blood little
facts.
brother. Grown to be an amazing young man. I'm happy to call him blood.
Appreciate it.
It's been dope, man. And we thank y'all for having us, man. Divine Timing podcast episode 6. It's like that.